afternoon, YouTube. This is your girl, Alex the Chick, coming back to you for some additional videos as it relates to financial literacy. Specifically, today we're going to talk about some small business funding, as I know I have a lot of small business owners that are following and are always looking for opportunities for small business funding. But before we jump in, I would like to first request that you like, share, subscribe. And let's get rocking and rolling. So I first started on this first page here with American Express. On some previous videos, we talked about opportunity for small business funding with American Express, and I'll still put those links and everything at the bottom, but you can also refer back to the small business funding video, specifically where I covered several different lenders that will be an opportunity for small business funding. And so with that, I was in my profile, logged into my profile, where I saw some other interesting offerings for American Express on the small business side. As you all may recall, I have a relationship with American Express on the personal and on the business side of the house. And so with that, I've kind of looked at some of their different products and services on both sides. And so when I came across this on the business side, it was definitely very interesting to me. To where I was interested in learning a little bit more. So I wanted to share that all with you as I, learned more about some of their offerings as well. So first, I want to focus on the American Express business loan. I saw that they actually offer business loans. And so with that, the funds that are available are from $3,500 to $75,000. So small and, pretty significant funding. And so as you see here, I want to highlight this. It is available to pre-approved American Express business card members. So I'm assuming that at some form or fashion they do pre-quals based on, soft inquiries to see if small business card owners are currently already eligible for small business loans directly through American Express. And so again, this is an example of where a relationship does pay off. Of course, a pre-approval doesn't guarantee an actual approval, but that relationship gets you considered before a person that does not have a relationship. So I know in a lot of ways I've talked about relationships, and some of them are more valuable than others. Some businesses look specifically at relationships while others do not. And so this is telling you up front here is that it's available literally to pre-approve American Express business card members. So either you've already have a card with them, or they've already assessed you in some form or fashion to be pre-approved for their business cards. And so, and I'll again put those links in the description as well from the previous video as it relates to some of the American Express products other than this that they have. And so next, we will cover some of their funding options. So like we said, 3.5 to 75K. They have fixed interest rates that range between 6.98 to 19.97. And so they give you a range of 6 to 36 months. So 36 months being 3 years, 6 months being the lowest amount of terms. And so that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. And so here's another thing where, again, the relationship plays a factor. Eligibility is based on at least 1 year of account history, credit worthiness, or other factors for eligible business card members. So again, this is where the relationship actually pays off, and they tell you that very plainly, that the relationship is beneficial in this consideration. And so if you have an American Express business card already, and you've had it for at least a year so far, based on the requirements that we're seeing here, you may be eligible for further consideration. And so another thing that I thought was important is the fact that you can apply and it has no impact on your credit score. So you're able to check out these offers and reach out to their team specifically. I think this is one that I would think that a call would be valuable to just in case you don't see it in your portal. They may have not assessed you, but maybe a call will help you get assessed to see if you are pre-approved, if you do already have that business relationship for that year requirement. And so check your offer. It's saying here you can find out if you're pre-approved by logging in or authenticating with your business information. And you'll see how much you could borrow and your maximum rate. And then you tell us how much you need, up to your pre-approved amount, and then select a monthly payment plan and provide some additional information about your business. If approved, you'll get the funds in 3 to 5 days once you accept the terms. That's pretty simple and straightforward. 1, 2, 3, literally 1, 2, 3. And so here, let's see, you can estimate your monthly payment. So how much would you like to borrow? Let's just say $25,000. Let's say, how's my credit score? Let's say it's good. And so they give you an actual simulator of what good looks like. So 36 months, the maximum time frame they have, you'll be at 829. They're giving you this interest rate. I wonder like what they're actually calculating it on based on this calculator. Let's see, you see how that rate changes based on credit score. Interesting that when you see here, when I click on poor, 659 or less, they don't even give you a simulation. So that may or may not be an indication that you wouldn't qualify with a credit score of less than 659, because at 660, they give you estimates. And so the payment, okay, is about $100 different almost. And so then they have the Get Started link here where you can go ahead and just, get assessed to see if you do meet the criteria. Let's take a look at their frequently asked questions. I like that because sometimes they put in little information that may also be helpful. So, okay. You can use it for business card debt consolidation, other loan purposes. Oh, can you apply by phone or mail? At this time, you can apply over the phone or online, but you must agree to the terms online. So you can call. That's good to know. How long does it take to get a decision based on the information you provided and if additional information is required? So they don't give you a specific time frame on that piece. Okay. And so, yeah, it specifically says here, pre-approved offers are based on your business credit worthiness and factors at the time you receive the offer. And they emphasize again, it will not impact your credit score where you receive funds directly. Okay, so all stuff that's just kind of digging a little deeper into the information they already gave us. So before you go, they also have another product I wanted to focus on. So what they also offer is working capital terms from American Express. So they have actually working capital funding. And so I thought that this was very interesting, the mechanism, and I'll explain it a little bit, and they go through some details as well. But essentially what they offer to you is the ability to get what they consider to be working capital, in that they're paying vendors directly for you. And so that can, I have mixed feelings about it, because in a way I feel like it's kind of robbing Peter to pay Paul. But, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do as well. And so this working capital funding here does not seem like it is money in your hand. However, they will pay off vendors for you on your behalf, and you just pay them back. And so as low as $500 up to $150,000 per loan. And the terms are 30, 60, 90 days. So very short term. And so what can I imagine that this would be ideal for? Maybe real estate. Like if you're doing construction on a property, you're going to flip it really fast, and, 30, 60, 90 days is enough time. Or, I guess technically it can give you additional time if you are using vendor accounts already, like a net 30, and it can give you 30 more days. So you've extended you've utilized your on day 29 with, Uline or, Amazon or whoever you have a vendor account with. You allow American Express to pay them on your behalf, and now you have 30 days with American Express. Does that make sense? And now you have 60 days. You've been able to span this out for 60 days. So, I guess, so technically, let's just add, 30 to the 90 to say you end up having, 120 days to be able to pay off at the greatest terms. So with that, your repayment terms are based on which payment terms you choose. Your interest rate is based on the repayment terms that you choose. So the interest rate goes up a little bit if you decide to try to extend it out as far as possible to the maximum 90 days as well. So again, like I said, this seems like it will be good for quick turnarounds if you know that accounts receivables or something is occurring really quickly that's going to generate some revenue for you, and you just need something to hold you over, which is why I said robbing Peter to pay Paul, that this may be a good option for you. Eligibility looks like here based on 6 months of account history, credit worthiness, and other factors. So The business loan that we just talked about, that was a 1 year eligibility time frame, while this one is only 6 months. But of course, that one gave you 36 months to do any repayment, versus this one, the max is 90 days. So again, pros and cons. Why working capital? Save time managing different vendor payment methods with one way to pay them all, even if vendors don't accept credit cards. So that part is pretty cool. So like I said, basically you're able to kind of double the extension of the credit that you have by utilizing this on top of, the terms you already have with the vendor, with the actual specific vendor. Flexible repayment, one low cost, so no collateral, no origination fee, and no hidden costs. So that's pretty cool as well. And you're able to call if you have any questions, anything like that. So we pay your vendors up front, you pay us back later. Vendors can be verified in as little as 2 days, so that's not bad. So you first pick your vendor, you choose your terms, we pay your vendor, you pay us back. Very simple, and then you do it again. So this to me is very much like a line of credit, as opposed to just, that's the difference between like a loan where you get cash to be able to kind of use how you see fit. This specifically being a line of credit means that it probably has to be an established vendor that is verified, to where you don't ever see the cash in your hand, versus the American Express loan that we just spoke about. And so you can also get an estimation of your cost. So a lot of these websites like to give you the simulators where it's telling you, okay, what will my repayment look like on this? $7,500, okay. But so you see these amounts are, obviously significantly higher because the repayment terms are so short. And so it's expected that you're going to turn this money back around like pretty immediate. And so, pay vendors that don't accept cards. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Okay. Oh, this is talking back about the business loan again. I was like, wait a minute, discrepancy alert. But no, this is talking back about the business loan. So the page that we're on is specifically the working capital, and I will again include all these links in the comment box below. So it's telling you how much can you borrow, when can you request the funds, can I change the length of my terms after submitting my funding request? Okay, that's significant. Can I change the length of my terms after submitting my funding request? They're like, absolutely not. The length of the term can't be changed after submitting your request. So that means you need to know full well before you go forward how long, is there a huge difference between 30 and 60? Not really. And can I cancel my enrollment? Yes, you can cancel at any time. So that's cool. Okay. It tells you how to add vendors, how will they get paid, how quickly. Remember, 2 days, as short as 2 days. Can I repay before my due date? Yes, so that's good. What happens if my loan is not paid in time? You will be charged a late fee just like anything else. So this is very straightforward. And so the reason why I thought it was important and pertinent to point these things out here is because, we all look for sometimes very conventional, quote unquote, lenders where we're looking to go into a bank and say, hey, can I get a loan? But, sometimes it may not be viable, and then there may be other options that are better suiting for the industry that you're in. So just, sometimes taking a look outside of the box, because I don't know if American Express has a bank anywhere. I know they have online savings and they offer a plethora of credit cards, but I don't know that there's a physical American Express that you could walk into. But I've been with American Express now for, I guess, like maybe 12 years. I think they're an amazing company, and this is a plug for American Express because I think they're an amazing company, customer service wise. And so these two things that we covered today was a business loan from American Express for business credit card holders, and then working capital from American Express. And so again, thank you for joining me. And if you found this video useful, please like. And if you would like to see more content of this sort, please subscribe. And if you know someone that could benefit from the information, please share. And so I look forward to speaking with you next time, and have a great day.